The book of Ecclesiastes is written as kind of a cautionary tale, a case study in the vanity and the emptiness of worldly excess. Someone who had the means and the opportunity to completely revel in worldliness did so as an experiment, as a test to see if he could find contentment, happiness, purpose just by living it up in the world. And at the conclusion of it, Solomon, the experimenter in this test, he decides that no, the world can only offer empty, vain stuff. It can fill your life with things, but you never feel content. You never feel satisfied. It is just marshmallow fluff that offers no sustenance. And probably the most famous statement from that book, and the most, not direct reference to Jesus, but the most connecting, the one we can make the biggest connection to the Messiah, is Ecclesiastes 12:13, where he says, "Let's hear the conclusion of the whole matter. It's all that I've learned. Fear God and keep his commandments. This is the whole of man." If we respect God and obey God, man has his purpose. If you reject respecting God and you reject obeying God, then all you're left with is just what the world offers, and you'll never find your purpose, and you'll never be content, you'll never be satisfied, you'll never be spiritually satiated. Now, there's no direct reference to Jesus there, nor is there in the entire book. But Jesus is Solomon's creator. Jesus is God. To fear Jesus is part of the whole of man. Fear Christ, Mark 12, verse 6. To keep his commandments, John 14:15, is part of the whole of man. To make Christ your focus and your entire life, Colossians 3, verse 4, is why we're here. Solomon speaks kind of in an abstract way. Just revere God and obey God, and you'll find contentment. And then you look at Colossians 3, and Paul echoes that, but he focuses it in on Jesus. Turn to Christ, submit to Christ, revere Christ, make Christ your life, and you'll have a life with him in glory. So that's the connection between Jesus and Solomon's writing of Ecclesiastes.